Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel DBA Vedas. In today's session, I will be talking about how to set up Azure SQL managed instance through PowerShell scripting language. So in my previous session, I explained how to set up Azure managed SQL instance through Azure portal, and we also see how can we set up a VPN connections point to site through the AD connectivity or intra ID authentication because there is a PowerShell script which anyway I have executed because I was facing some issue for setting up my audio. So what this PowerShell script will do, first it will set up a resource group, and then in that resource group it will create certain virtual network. Then virtual network will have a separate subnet along with the delegation. Delegations is needed when we have PaaS kind of services, when we are hosting a PaaS kind of services, because Azure managed instance or Azure SQL database managed instance, it is a kind of a PaaS services offered by Azure. So in that case, we will have the entire infrastructure, underlying infrastructure, it will be managed by Azure itself, and that's the reason it needs this. The subnet needs a delegation, and then this script will set up certain rules associated to network security groups, and it will also have a root table which we will see when the entire system or setup will provision. And at the end, the script will set up a new AZ SQL instance. And these are the basic or default features or parameter I have been used here. So, and it's a pretty much same which I used when I built this setup through Azure portal. So let's go and see how this system is running. So I'm just putting a pause. I'll come back as soon as I'll connect to the Azure portal. So here is now I've successfully connected to my Azure portal. So we can see the progress. Uh, So I have, so that because I ran that script multiple times. So that's the reason every time the script created my resources, but I doubt these resources have anything underneath this. So if I go and see the activity log, so let's see, because this script is running through my local PowerShell based environment. So what it is doing, so okay, let me have a look what is the, so 3313 at the end. If I go to the resource 313. So I can see. So what the script is doing. So script has set up virtual network, and network is VNet. And if I go and see the subnet, yeah, so this is the one subnet, my MIS subnet, and it has set up rightly. So this is delegated to SQL managed instance, and it has two security groups associated to the subnet, and one root table and one security group, sorry. And if I see security groups, so yes, so these are the default rules which this script has set up by default. So we can control these groups as per our security need. So similarly, if I go back and see a root table, so again I could see these are the default rules, right? So which the script has, and we can control through our policies. But nevertheless, so right. So now the managed SQL instance. So when I see this, so status, yeah. So it has, so this managed managed instance will will build in three steps. So first, the request validation and the second virtual cluster resize occupation, and then finally it will build a new SQL instance startup. So I could see that virtual cluster has already been built or provisioned. Yeah, so the cluster has already built, and what it is doing, it is now it is basically it is creating this instance, right? So so what is virtual cluster? So I will talk about this virtual cluster in my upcoming session, but in very short. So as I said, it is a managed instance services. So the underlying infrastructure means the virtual machines and storage. So everything is being controlled by Azure itself. So in background, so what it is happening. So just for high availability, so there are it's a it is a kind of a group of virtual machines which is a part of this virtual cluster, and the number of virtual machines underlying this virtual cluster depends on our what kind of computation we are using, or what kind of maintenance we are we are considering, maintenance window we are considering. So I will talk about more on this topic maybe in my upcoming session. So in this session, so we are just provisioning these services through PowerShell, and then we will see how we can connect this managed instance through my on-prem based virtual machine. And as I told you, I have managed instance has completed successfully. So you can see it now. It is located on East US. This would be my managed instance name, SQL admin, 4 and collision. So we can change all these parameters while we are setting up these services. And since I have not chose this backup strategy redundancies and requested backup storage redundancies and current backup redundancy. So it shows by default it is geo, which we can reset. And yeah, TLS we have not chose anything, so it is null. So see resources, so I deleted on the old resource group. So yeah, so if I go there and check the virtual cluster status, so it is ready now. So as we can see 4V core and 32 storage size. So if I click on this, so this is a SQL managed instance here. So it is running at the moment. We can stop it, we can reset the password. And if I go and check my compute and storage, yes, so this is the vCore 4 and general purpose service tire, and hardware is standard, and yeah, so there we can change this to, so I go and choose this to local redundant backup storage. So the backup storage redundancy changes apply for the point in time recovery backups only. So the database, okay, so if I just go and so because this is for this testing purpose, so I don't need backup storage redundancy. So I will see it maybe in future when I will do more. So yeah, so again I see no database found, because as I said it is a managed instance, so we need to host new database here, which I will be doing through Azure portal only. So backup, because we don't have any database, since we don't have any database, so there is no backup hosted. Failover group, this is something which I will be doing in my upcoming create a database. Alright, so since I changed backup storage redundancies from geo to local redundancy, so it is not allowing me to create any do database operations. So this is something we need to figure it out. So as of now it says just one ongoing operation. So yeah, so let's wait for this operations to be completed successfully, and then I will host a new database. So the storage redundancies are local now. I can go back to Azure portal and I can see, yes, it allows me to create a new database. So I will create a new database here. I can do this through as PowerShell portal as well, and I will be doing it through both. So portal db, so manage instances, the one which we created earlier. Data source says, do we have any backup? We said no. Point in time restore, long term retentions now. So existing data, we don't have any existing data. Security ledger, let's create a first database. We can see our database has built successfully. Portable DB is online, and yeah, so we have a it's automatic backup, so which has triggered. So that is all for this session, and in my next session I will be talking about how to connect managed instance through on-prem based machines, and we'll be keep doing some more exercise in our upcoming sessions. So thank you very much once again.